Creative coping for traders. If you plan on being anything less than you are capable of being, you will probably be unhappy all the days of your life. By Abraham Maslow. Lesson 11. Understanding stress. It's common to hear suggestions that traders eliminate or greatly minimize psychological stress. This, of course, is impossible. The very act of trading requires daily encounters with risk and uncertainty. If you are going to coach yourself for trading success, it's important that you understand stress, how it helps performance, and how it can become distressed and interfere with decision-making. So let's start with an everyday example. You're driving on a highway on a long trip, and you're feeling a bit bored. Suddenly, the wind picks up and snowfall becomes heavy. Your visibility is greatly reduced, and you can feel the road becoming slippery. Before you know it, you're hunched over the steering wheel, staring intently through the windscreen and reducing your speed. Your boredom has quickly turned into alertness. You're no longer operating on autopilot. Psychological stress is a heightened physical and cognitive state that prepares us for dealing with challenges. It's been called the fight or fight response because it mobilizes the mind and body to avoid challenging situations or to face them head-on. Muscle tension, alertness, and the flow of adrenaline are just a few cues that we've entered a state of stress. Note that this is an adaptive state. In the example of driving in the snowstorm, had you remained on autopilot, you might not have slowed your speed and taken measures to avoid an accident. The state of stress has mobilized your energy, shifted you from your boredom to cope with the immediate situation. You can appreciate how silly it is to talk of minimizing stress in such a situation when you're in a blinding snowstorm. In a moving vehicle, your mind and body should mobilize. Stress is a mobilization of mind and body. It can facilitate performance. Suppose, however, I am from Florida and have never experienced such a storm. I've heard of cars getting into pileup accidents under those conditions, and I'm worried that my tires will lose their grip. The storm is highly threatening for me. I don't feel capable of mastering it. My stress quickly becomes distress as alertness turns into anxiety. The simple example of the car illustrates that perception and experience make the difference between stress and distress. Our interpretations of situations turn normal stress into distress. So how does this relate to trading? When you put your capital at risk, you're like the driver on the snowy road. You will be alert, processing information in real time to make quick mid-course corrections if needed. If you view losing as a natural part of trading, have experienced and bounced back from losses before, and have mechanisms in place to limit your losses, stress is unlikely to become distressed. The losing trade is a mere annoyance, like having your trip delayed by a snowstorm. Position size limits, trading plans, and stop-loss levels are like snow tires on your vehicle. They may not seem to do a lot for you when things are going well, but they certainly help you deal with adverse conditions. Your challenge as your own trading coach is to embrace stress and always ensure that it does not become distressed. A fantastic goal to work on for your trading is to start the day with position sizing guidelines, per trade loss limits, per trade price targets, and daily loss limits that you can readily live with. If you are prepared for adversity, you will respond with normal stress, not distress. Trading will always be stressful, but self-coaching ensures that it won't be filled with distress. Remember, your job is to maintain a mindset that keeps your confidence and motivation high. Under those conditions, you'll work harder, learn more, and grow your trading account over time. That doesn't mean repealing stress. It means creating active firewalls between stress and distress. Risk management is one of the best psychological firewalls of all. Take the quiz in the link to how much your feeling affect your trading decisions.